Welcome back to the channel, guys. Thanks so much for joining me here as we dive into some more Harry Potter news here on the channel. So, it's Halloween tomorrow, so you know what? For today and tomorrow, we're going to be doing a special couple of Halloween episodes here where we're going to be jumping in, talking about Hogwarts and talking about Halloween and how they kind of coincide and just diving into a little bit of fun kind of information in this article that I have. But before we get going on Halloween and Hogwarts here, I just want to show you guys what I've picked up today in my local discount store. So this is actually really cool, right? It cost me £2 for these, right? So I've got this one here. I've got Spellbook here, which is pretty cool. By the way, they're not actually real books. They're just empty kind of books where you can put things inside. But I always have so many cables and bits and pieces I can put them in. So I've got Spellbook there, and I've also got Witchcraft and Wizardry, another book there, which is pretty cool. Let me just show you guys, zoom in a little bit. Again, it's like an empty inside book there, which is pretty cool. But they make for cool props, so I thought I'd pick them up. And £2 for 3 of these books. I mean, it's a bargain. I mean, I wasn't going to pass it up. Then I've also got Poisons and Potions as well. So, I mean, when you've got these three books side by side, kind of on the sideboard, I think it will look pretty cool. And like I say as well, you can also put your bits and pieces inside. So, I just wanted to show you guys those 3 kind of books, those props that I picked up there. Again, I always love looking around discount stores because you always find really cheap, cool stuff like that. And for £2, you can't go wrong, can you really? But anyway, with that down, guys, thank you so much for being here. Let's dive into this article. Let's start talking about Halloween and Hogwarts, and let's see what kind of spookiness we can get into here. So, this comes to us from harrypotter.com. This is your spooky season vibe based on your Hogwarts house. So, before we get into the article, think to yourself, if you was going to go to Hogwarts, which house would you want to be in? Which representative of which house would you be? And then as we go through this article, you can kind of see which part of the article applies to you, depending on which house you would be in at Hogwarts. Okay, so pumpkin carving, ghost stories, and spooky soirees. Bold costumes, what would be the perfect way to spend a haunting Halloween? We've had a think and come up with a few ideas based on your Hogwarts house traits. Okay, so as a Gryffindor, trick or treat is your idea of a, well, treat. Okay, so centering your whole Halloween around an activity that involves throwing yourself into uncertainty, chaos and fun, you're clearly a Gryffindor. You boldly embrace all the spooky season surprises, but trick or treat is your highlight. Firstly, it doesn't matter if you're knocking on doors or answering them. You live for the thrill of not knowing whether a trick or treat lies on the other side. It speaks to the more impulsive part of you that isn't afraid to take a few risks. Speaking of risks, nobody could ever accuse you of playing it safe when it comes to your Halloween costume. It's a key part of the trick or treat experience. Over the years, your daring array of looks, have become a thing of legend. Who cares if people stare at you as you walk by in your perfectly recreated mandrake costume, complete with flower pot? That would be hilarious, seeing someone walking around as a mandrake with a flower pot, holding a flower pot. You don't let it spoil your fun, you and your friends and family in your Halloween happy place. Okay, so that was Gryffindor. Okay, as a Hufflepuff, you prefer a Hug Halloween, or Hug Halloween, however they say that word. Hug Halloween. Okay, Hufflepuff Common Room is the ultimate warm space. It's calm and comforting, and that's you all over. Knowing this, you might think Halloween and Hufflepuff are not a natural fit. However, while you can't stand jump scares and horror, it doesn't mean you despise a spooky season, you just embrace its lighter side. I can imagine the Hufflepuff Common Room like filled with pumpkin patches and stuff like that, because they're into those kind of brighter natural colors, and they kind of have, they always have like plants and things around their common room. And I can imagine like pumpkins and pumpkin patches and kind of just a lighter kind of feel-good tone rather than a dark, spooky kind of Slytherin almost tone that they would have. For you, it's all about small, cozy gatherings with friends where you play games, bob for apples, and embrace anything autumn. Plus, as Hufflepuffs, you love to roll up their sleeves and get stuck in. Your perfect Halloween would be involving a lot of crafting, especially carving pumpkins. I told you it would have a lot to do with pumpkins, to rival those floating in the Great Hall. You might draw the line, it's scary, but you do embrace Halloween magic. Okay, so that was Hufflepuff. As a Ravenclaw, you're all about spooky stories. I would definitely be a Ravenclaw, I think. If I was sorted into a Hogwarts house, I think I would definitely be a Ravenclaw. That's what my personality suits best, I think. Reflecting the wisdom of Ravenclaw is known for, you are a curious soul who is always on a quest for knowledge. And that doesn't stop at Halloween. You want to know all the ghost stories, but you want to learn their origins too. As a creative thinker, you're open to the idea that there are mystical forces beyond our comprehension, and Halloween is the perfect time to make both the scariest and most fascinating discoveries. For you, a perfect Halloween would be spent sharing spooky stories with your friends or writing one yourself. You might even decide to see if there are any friendly ghosts, like those who dwell at Hogwarts, among you, and give a Ouija board a go. Definitely not. I've seen too many films where they play with Ouija boards and bad things happen. Just don't do it. It's not a good idea. It never ends well. You stay in you stay in on Halloween, but you're a spooky season expert who celebrates in their own unique way. That's definitely me. I stay in on Halloween. I don't go out for Halloween. I'm not much of an outdoors person anymore. I was when I was younger, but now I'm grumpy and old, so I stay indoors. Okay, so that was Ravenclaw. That was my house. Moving on to Slytherin. As a Slytherin, you love a glamorous Halloween party. Okay, and then we've got Draco there. I love that expression on his face. Okay, as a member of the house, which takes pride and ambition, you have one goal for this Halloween. To throw the ultimate spooky season soiree. Like the Slytherin common room that dwells beneath the lake, your party will have that magical mix of grandeur and darkness with a very selective guest list. You see it is not a party for just anyone, it's a Halloween VIP only. Luckily, your shrewd nature means that you are excellent at selecting the guests who are mysterious, elegant, and don't run at the first sight of danger. With plenty of thrills and chills, your Halloween party is for the fabulously dressed and toughest among you. So there we go, guys. So that's kind of like what your Halloween would kind of be like, what your experience at Hogwarts would be like based on the kind of house that you'd be sorted into. So that's kind of cool. I mean, depending on your personality, where you think you would fit, that's the kind of Halloween at Hogwarts you could expect to have. I think that's kind of fun diving into that. And I think that's kind of a cool breakdown. Again, I'm Ravenclaw. I'm all about staying in. I'm about learning about the origins of the ghost stories and telling ghost stories and possibly writing my own ghost story. That's the kind of thing I would enjoy doing. Just quiet and peaceful, and, you know, being the creative side of Halloween. Whereas some people, you know, they're the outgoing types where they like to throw big Halloween parties. Some people like to go on big adventures, you know, dressed in their Halloween costumes. So, you know, personalities are different and people celebrate it in different ways. But I thought that was kind of a cool article there that they wrote on harrypotter.com for us to jump into and kind of see what the different houses would be up to and how they would celebrate Halloween at Hogwarts. So I thought that was really, really fun there. So with that Halloween article down, let's jump into a few more posts before we finish off today's video. Okay, so from Wisdom World Direct here on X, the first reviews for the Harry Potter full cast audio editions are out. Have Audible managed to recapture the magic of the first book with this new version? Discover the press reviews. So, is it good news? Is it bad news? Let's find out. Okay. So, Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, newest adaptation, is the most honest version yet. And that comes to us from Collider. So guys, there are reviews of the first book here, the Audible editions. I'm not going to read the reviews because they are really quite long, and we'd be here for the next 2 hours reading the reviews because, like I say, they're quite lengthy. But what I'll do is I'll post the links to these reviews of the Audible edition down below in the video description, so you can check out the reviews. You can read them at your own leisure, and it can help you to decide whether you want to purchase the audio editions for yourselves. But yeah, so Collider obviously liked it. Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, newest adaptation, is the most honest version yet. So it sounds like Collider are pretty happy with the first Audible book there. It's as magical as I'd hoped. Audible full cast production is an entirely new experience that definitely merges literature and cinema, and that comes to us from CNET. So again, it sounds like CNET are very, very happy with what they've been reading. You can check out that review as well. The link's down below. The new All-Star Harry Potter audiobook is an unimaginative mess from the iPaper. Wow. Okay, so we have 2 positives and 1 negative. The All-Star Harry Potter audiobook is an unimaginative mess. Wow. They really didn't like it. Man, I might have to read into that at some point. Okay. I will listen at some point. I've enjoyed the Jim Dale version many times. I wonder if I feel like I'm cheating on Jim. Okay. Obviously the Stephen Fry edition of the Audible version of the books are kind of like the go-to versions. They're kind of like the pinnacle of what's the best versions. Whether these can stand up to the Stephen Fry version, I have no idea, but I'm gonna have to read into these reviews at some point. But like I say, guys, because they're quite long, it's easier if I just give you guys the links, and then you guys can kind of read through it at your own pace, and it can help to inform your opinions on whether you want to purchase the Audible edition or not. So with that down, I thought a fun way to end off the video is come over here to Facebook. We've got some small clips showing off some really fun Harry Potter merchandise. So let's just take a look at these small clips, and then we can finish off the video. But I think some of these are really, really fun. I would love to pick these up myself. So I've had to mute it because of the copyright music, unfortunately. But we can still check out these items here, which are really, really fun. So here we've got a Harry Potter light up power bank. I love seeing the stag light up. Found in HMV, a Junction 32 shopping outlet in Castleford. So if you go to HMV, you might be able to pick this up for yourself. I don't know how much it is. I'll have to dive into that. But let's check this out. So look at that, 10,000 power horsepower. I was going to say horsepower. 10,000 power bank there. And you can see that the stag lights up on the power bank. Really awesome design, really fun. Oh, it says there, £23. So you can pick that up, and like you can see there, it lights up, which is really awesome. I think that's a really fun design. That looks really cool. And £23, if you got some spare pocket change and you want to pick that up, then you can grab that item there. Okay, let's move on to the next one here. So it looks like we have a Dementor here. Some sort of statue. Okay, we've got Hogwarts there. We've got some Dementors. Yeah, this looks really cool, man. If you put some lights around it, it would look really gothic and really Halloween-y. That's really cool. I really like that. So you've got a gigantic Dementor. Then you've got a few smaller ones. And that's ultimately what it looks like there. And you've got Hogwarts down there, this gigantic Dementor. And you've got a few smaller ones around the edge there. That's actually really fun. I really like that. I would love to pick something up like that. I would love to start like a little small figure or statue collection or something of these kind of figures. I think it'd be really, really cool to grab a collection like that. Yeah, I'll have to see what I can do. I'll definitely have to see if I can pick this up. I'm going to have to search on eBay for it. So, up last, we're going to check out this one final clip here. I think this is a really lovely clip to end on. Someone's edited this together in a really fun way. So let's check this out, and we'll end off the video here, guys. Okay, here we go. Opening up the window. There's the invitation there. It looks like we're going to Hogwarts. Okay. Harry Potter, discover the filmmaking magic. And then we're transported to Diagon Alley and various other places at the Harry Potter studio tour there. Absolutely incredible place. I so need to go back there. Like I was already saying, it's been a few years since I've been there, and I need to go back. I need to go back and check out what they've done. They've probably added more exhibits now. And yeah, I really need to get back there, and I'll you know, do a vlog for you guys once I do get there. I'm hoping to go there in the next couple of weeks or so. Have to see how that plays out. But there we go, guys. So just some fun clips there on Facebook for us to dive into to finish off. But thank you so much for being here, guys, and checking out this content. It means a lot that you guys are here. Make sure you stay tuned, because tomorrow there's going to be a Halloween special episode where we're going to be talking more about Halloween and Hogwarts. I've got a really bad costume I'm going to be wearing. I'm going to embarrass myself. So make sure you come back tomorrow, guys, for the Halloween episode here on Wizard's Rest. I really think you guys are going to enjoy tomorrow's Halloween special. So with all that down, I will see you guys, as always, in the very next video.